Let it be alleys. Let it be a hall.
Whose janitor javelins, epithet and thought,
To cheapen hyacinth, darkness that we sought.
and we played, we found, rot, make the petals fall.
Let it be stairways and a splintery box.
Where you have thrown me, scraped me with your kiss.
Have honed me, have released me after this.
Cavern kindness smiled away our shocks.
That is the birthright of our lovely love.
In swaddling clothes, not like that other one.
Not lit by any fondling star above.
Not found by any wise men either. Run.
People are coming. They must not catch us here.
Definitionless in this strict atmosphere.
A Lovely Love by Gwendolyn Brooks.
We're
Alright,
back.
well, everybody, welcome to the Pickle Podcast. I am your host, picklesonmayo. I am joined with my co-host, Mr. Nobody 711. If you would,
That's me.
if he's here, please say hello, so everybody knows. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Alright, cool. So, that was another interesting poem. Now we usually don't have a lot of time to set up these introductions because it's usually found a few minutes just before the podcast. But I think it's nice to start your day off, your Wednesday off, I should say, with a lovely poem every day, and I think it's a good time to get into the meat of it right now after we've already introduced everybody. All right, so everybody, welcome back to the Pickle Podcast. I am your host. Oh, sorry. I realized I had like 3 different tabs open and I didn't even realize it. Cause I was all right. So we're good, everybody. It's okay. There's no issues here. No issues going on. We're just here having a dandy time, live streaming, and a little fact about Wednesday, since today obviously is Wednesday, right?
Hump day.
Yeah, today is Hump Day. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, that's what I was gonna say.
As the title said.
But
Hello.
Right.
A quick hello to Ryan Qureshi in the chat.
Hello, Ryan. What's up, guys? What is up, Ryan? So today is Hump Day, as you all may know, correct? I would like to start off ourselves with a very mini topic that I was just thinking today, cause I was, obviously my co-host was bringing up like, hey, I'm free today. You want to podcast? I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on, let me check my schedule. Okay, I'm free for Hump Day. Okay, and then after I was thinking about like Wednesday being called Hump Day, I was wondering about where that phrase ever came from. Have you ever wondered that? I'm asking you and the audience.
I feel like it was popularized by that Geico ad with that camel.
No. That was way before. Hump Day. I used Hump Day when I was in 3rd grade. Not even 3rd grade. Like, let's say, like 1st grade. We all knew what it was, right? But I think it's just become like so adapted into our culture that people forgot where it's come from. I was looking at multiple sources, right, on the internet. Not all may be reliable, but I think the most accurate one I got was like it probably started around the 40s, like the 1940s, where I'm not even sure where it originated from, but I think it was just started by like different songs with that in their lyrics, right? I think there's even a song called Hump Day that was made way before now. I think. Do not quote me on that exactly, but I think you can quote the internet on all that. All right, so anyway.
Watch that show up in your future Wikipedia article.
Mention Hump Day?
Yeah, like watch someone quote you on that.
Quote me on what?
Hump Day's origin.
Oh, well, I mean, like, I do not. Wait, hold on, wait. Hold on. If you're. Does anybody see this?
I see that.
So, I'm not sure if you just picked up on that, but I think Kalahari is lost. Oh wait, hold on, wait.
We lost Kalahari Part 5.
That's what I was worrying for a second. Hold on. Wait, so what were you saying? Sorry, I completely lost. I completely lost my train of thought after losing that. Wait. Oh, I think I might have just relocated it. Yeah, I just yeah. Okay, good.
Wait, how long has it been since Kalahari Part 4?
You know, why don't we check ourselves, right? Let's go to. Let's check my channel right here. Right. Okay. Do not mind my computer in the background if you can hear it. I'm not sure if you can. It might be only when I'm talking that you can hear it. But it's just working the heck out, right? Okay, wait. So, Kalahari Part 4, right? You're asking? Yes. I'd say roughly a year ago.
Once we were finished, we got alert.
Yeah. Roughly a year ago.
Just because it says 1 year ago on YouTube doesn't mean.
Actually, yeah, it's closer to 1 year than 2 years. I was just about to comment, but
Okay, you're right.
Guys, if you're wondering, Kalahari is not dead. All right, it will be coming back, and it is still here. All right, Kalahari, still here, folks. Just to let you know. Guys, I'm trying to work on Kalahari Part 5, but I just do not have any motivation to finish it. It's not because I don't want to, because I do want to get this done with, because I feel like this has become like a burden onto me now. Like everybody that knows about this, right, is asking like, hey, when is the Kalahari Part 5 coming out? Because you kind of left us on a cliffhanger, you know. And I was like, yeah, it's gonna come out in the future eventually, you know. But
so is Kalahari Part 5 gonna be like a wrap up to the series?
I think so. Like, so if you know Kalahari, you would know that it is not only open Chrome instead. If you know Kalahari, it's not only arcade, but it is also a water park, right? An indoor water park, kind of like Great Wolf Lodge per se, if you would like to call it like that. Or if you've never been to Kalahari and you want to give it a comparison, it's sort of like Great Wolf Lodge, but I think it's a lot bigger than it. I mean, I haven't been to Great Wolf Lodge in like years, but from what I remember, which might not be a lot, Kalahari is a lot bigger, but sadly there's only like 2 in the entire U.S. So if you're living in like, I'd say California or something, somewhere very much down west, then you're not getting to Kalahari by car.
We have Kalahari, they have In-N-Out. It's fair.
In-N-Out, right?
Yeah, the burger place.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm not very culturally caught up with the Southerners down there, because I'm just
more like Westerners, but.
Wait, I thought you were talking about California.
Yeah, California's they're Westerners.
Yeah, I know, but they're also in the South. Were you talking about the South or the Westerners, or both?
I'm just talking about all of California has most of California has In-N-Outs.
Oh, well, what about like Texas? I was about to say Texaco, but then I realized that's not
Texas. Yeah,
I realized that's not a place.
Yeah, like over there they have like. The West Coast is a bunch of burger places we don't have. Like they have In-N-Out, Whataburger, stuff like Jack in the Box, stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, you may have that, guys, but we have Burger King.
We can
even though I personally never been to Burger King.
They have Burger King too.
Well, I guess we're all on the same boat then.
Do they have?
That's good. All right.
We have.
What do we have? What do we have that differentiates us?
Is Burger 21
Where is
in more is that in more places than our local area?
Burger 21? Oh, right. Yeah, I know. What's happening with I mean, we're not gonna specify the area, but this is just a comment on our local situation. What is going on with like the Burger 21 thing? Oh wait, hold on. Isn't there only one Burger 21?
I feel like there's more than
okay, so like I mean for like a 10-mile radius, right? I don't think there's any more in that. Or actually, just make it 20 miles.
Okay, fine.
I haven't seen a lot. Neither elevation, neither that either.
Does the West Coast have Does the West Coast have elevation burger?
Well, don't be asking me because I'm not in the West Coast. I've been living in the west region of the earth, but I've been also living in the east region of my place for the entirety of my life. So
same.
I mean, like, we always have some Westerners in the chat, don't we? Do we? Oh, sorry.
Who's in
Man,
the chat?
I really hate how the like some of the strokes that you do. I mean, that wasn't a very good example, but sometimes when you make strokes, it sort of becomes jittery at times, so it's hard to make a very fluid line in this without making it too messy, right? Alright, so I'm just gonna oh yeah, so I should probably give context on what I'm doing. So this is t-shirt designs for what we're gonna do, and this is just like on the fly, right? This is
Should we like tell everyone why we're kind of rushing for t-shirts now?
Yeah, okay, so everybody, the reason why I'm suddenly drawing t-shirt designs is because on June 17th, should we give them the information about it?
Wait, June 17th or June 30th? Which thing should we talk about first?
Okay, well, I mean, like, we don't even know if that's happening on June 30th.
Fine. First, let's say June 17th.
June 17th, we are going to a public event, not football. Why am I saying baseball game, right? Somewhere,
Yes.
yeah. I'm not gonna give the exact time, right? But I'm just saying, we're going to a specific event, and
They already just say it.
I don't know why would I? Okay, there's no need for me to say it, so I'm just gonna leave it out.
They already know what team we're gonna watch.
Okay, well, I mean, like, if they're not caught up with baseball, then maybe they won't know, right? So, we're gonna be attending a baseball game on June the 17th, right? And we thought that, guys, now that the time is summer, and that and people are out and about on the streets, you know, walking down the street, everybody that you meet, you know, is
Got an original
like
point.
has an original point of view. So,
So
we
I
were
say,
thinking
hey.
so we were just saying like, hey, like, why not?
It's a wonderful kind of day.
Yeah, it's it is a wonderful type of
to learn to work and play.
yeah, and also
get along with each other.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I'm trying to lasso this right now to make it smaller. I forget how to resize it exactly.
Are you proud of me for remembering the Arthur theme song lyrics?
You know what? I'll give you what is the word for it? I can't even think right now. I'll give you the credit for that.
But yeah, so basically, first of all, the game is 5 days away. I don't think they can get custom shirts that.
Okay, well, it depends. It depends. Like if we did, I was thinking of it because, I mean, like, if we make our shirts stand out, then possibly at this baseball game, since we attract a whole different type of audience. Not saying that's a bad thing. That's actually a very good thing. But since we attract a whole different type of audience, I was thinking that if we were to advertise it in a large area, can't even make a circle, man. if we were to advertise it in a large area, then it would like severely publicize the podcast, right? And I'm wondering how I could do that, like maybe with a. So this is what I'm doing, right? I'm trying to create a T-shirt exclusive for us, by the way. Sadly not for the audience just yet. We're sorry. That might come out eventually, but
In the future, we have actually been sketching some T-shirt designs, which we'll release maybe when we get a bit larger.
Wait, what do you mean we? You mean I? I mean
No,
like
I made-
I
I
like I don't know. I don't know what's the future, what the future holds, but hopefully it will include Pickles on Mail merchandise and a whole lot of other fancy stuff for the people at home to enjoy, right? So I think we've been rambling a little bit too much on side topics. I think it's time for us to get into the meat of today's podcast, right? So obviously this was all planned out quite a while ago. So it might not be entirely up to date, or what is hip with the trends, right?
Well, we did kind of modify it a bit to be hip, but we decided to keep this first topic in just because maybe it's been a few months, so maybe we have a fresh perspective on this.
Right. So our first topic, and maybe not the most important, but like our first topic is Infinity. Wait, no, not Infinity. Hold on, wrong movie. Avengers Endgame. Right. I always refer to it Game End, so it's kind of weird saying Endgame again. So, like the weird thing about this movie, right, is that like wherever you go, really, it's not really talked about much anymore, or at least not talked as much as you would think.
I feel like Infinity War, that was something different. That's got a lot of pop, but Endgame was the same like big stuff as Infinity War in a way.
Yeah, but for some reason it just didn't. It at least in our school, right? It didn't click as much as with other competing schools. They're not even really competing. They're just just other schools. But I'd say yeah.
Endgame had a different vibe than Infinity War. I personally preferred Infinity War because it was more like
it was more action. There was more action.
And more action. Infinity War felt like more of an adventure. You know, they were gonna go stop. They were trying to stop Thanos. They were like, but like Endgame was like being sad for a while, but like occasionally doing something. To like.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
it's sort of more. It was sort of more depression than like action, right? But I think there was more of there was more story there than Infinity War. Maybe? I don't know. I mean, like, the thing is with Endgame is that obviously it was the end of the Avengers, series.
Well,
not as
original.
a not yeah.
It ended with the original Avengers.
Okay, so.
Because
I'm trying to draw a circle.
Can we say what happened? I feel like it's been long enough where I can say it.
What, spoiler?
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not sure if anybody here is spoiler sensitive to this movie, but
it's been long. I think it's been long enough where if you really cared about not getting spoiled, you would have seen it by now.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, unless you wanted to wait for it for DVD, like I kind of wanted to do, cause, I mean, like people were saying like, I don't want to watch like a 3-hour movie, right? And then like have to worry about missing certain parts of it just because I need to go to the bathroom. So maybe some people
that's not really that big of an issue, like people say. Like
oh yeah, I guess so. Like I never actually needed to use the restroom, but maybe because I was actively trying to not use it when watching the movie. But
I have a pretty good bladder, so.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Maybe people, not everybody is as fortunate.
I know it's a weird flex, but like okay, but like
yeah.
I don't know.
It's not really a flex, but it's just.
I got a pretty strong bladder.
Right, man. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I guess. I mean, sure you can flex about it, but okay. I think a lot of people could relate to that as well. But go on.
So yeah, looking back, I feel like a few months after, like Infinity War had like a cooler impression on your mind than Endgame has left.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's because it had a more interesting end to it. Not the same kind of end that we usually see. Not like the
Yeah.
end game end, right? But
Because now now all the loose ends are tied up in
Uh-huh.
Endgame.
so like maybe people don't like happy endings. Like I don't know why you would not. But like I mean
But
like
you know, it's kind of a shame to see like the original Avengers cast go, because like I don't know if the new cast could like carry the same charisma.
yeah, I feel that the same way too. But I mean, hopefully Marvel is in the right direction. Like they have their own, or they're confident with their
How many years is your prediction until we get an Avengers reboot?
Avengers reboot.
How many years do you think it'll take? 30?
I mean, I think they would age pretty well, honestly. I think it's gonna be a while until they need a reboot the entire thing, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't need a reboot. It's already I mean, like I said before, just a few seconds ago, it's aged even over I think the past like 10 years. When was the last Avenger? Oh, actually no, the first Avengers movie was like in 2010, I think.
Like 11 or something. Yeah.
Avengers. Hold on, let's look this up on the big computer, right?
We want to talk about the first current like cinematic universe.
Avengers, not Endgame. Timeline. Not explained, but just actually no. Avengers movies. Let's see. Everything that just comes up is Endgame. In order. Okay, here we go. So, the first Avengers movie came out only 7 years ago, and Age of Ultron, right? Followed that movie by like 3 years after, and then same with Infinity War, and then actually, Avengers Endgame was very like was probably the shortest one, not in the making, but the shortest time interval between the two. So Infinity War was made in 2018, right? And then the year after, 2019, this year, it was released. So maybe, I'm not sure if they were going exactly like verbatim with the original comic series, but it might have been that they didn't have like enough time, or like they wanted to stay on the hype train, right? For Avengers Infinity War. So I guess they released the movie earlier, so people were more eager to see it, I guess. I mean, I think that would kind of work conversely, right? You would think that if you waited longer for it to release it, more people would want to see it because they've just been waiting for so long, and they want to get it out of their system, right?
Mm-hmm.
They want to, yeah. So I don't know, but I mean, I feel like outside of like a social environment, Avengers like the Endgame, right? Avengers Endgame was definitely a big success, right? It probably did surpass Infinity War.
Yeah, it
I'm
did.
pretty
It
sure.
did.
Yeah.
In box office, yeah.
Yeah. So in that regard, right, it is successful. So, yeah, as you can't really beat the numbers. Well, okay, so.
Strength in numbers.
I think we're done for now on
From that. So we go from Endgame to the end of school.
Yeah, there we go. That's a nice transition. Sorry, I can't speak today.
I
can't speak any day, actually. Oh, wait, you did that transition on purpose?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, because you placed it. I was thinking more of you would place it at the end of it, because it would it would make more sense to discuss the end of school at the end of the podcast. But all right, that works too. All right, so what about end of school?
So what was it? Last Friday.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
you know,
Yeah, we all got
school's
out. All got out. Not a
We
prison,
have
by the way. Not a prison.
So we have graduated from middle school.
Yeah.
We're high schoolers. We're college freshmen.
Mm-hmm. Precisely right. Well, actually, we're not.
Are you excited?
Not precisely.
Or not?
Well, before I answer your question, precisely not quite yet because we still have a summer left until we become freshmen. But in like technically, I guess you could call us. You could call us freshmen, basically.
Before we continue, a quick shout out in the chat to Kevin Lopez.
I think you just mean Kevin, actually.
Oh shoot, I forgot.
He said, "Yeah, I think you should be addressing them by their first name, unless we want to be not only Chinese. I think not only the Chinese do it. I was gonna say like we could be Chinese and address them by their last name first, and then their first name, like because that's how they do it in Mandarin. I think that's also how they do it in Japanese. So they just
Because in anime they're always like
surname and then their first name. That's why getting on the first name basis is pretty, is pretty impressive. If you're talking to the opposite gender, right? But if you're friends, I guess you would just address them by their first name anyway.
Alright, so Kevin said congrats to us, thank you. So and he wants to know, did anyone fall on the stage in graduation?
Oh, well, actually, that's interesting because we don't really have graduations.
Yeah, they didn't give us like a graduation like ceremony.
Mm-hmm.
They just like, hey, you're done. Get out.
Well, I mean, like it's like a nice conclusive end because it doesn't need to be formal.
Yeah, it's true. Like I feel like the elementary school graduation was a bit tedious.
Yeah, I mean not
like
tedious, but it wouldn't.
Not tedious, but like not necessary.
Yeah, I agree. Like it doesn't. I don't need it. I mean, maybe other people wanted that. The grand finale.
Elementary school. I'm okay with it because end of elementary school, you spent like 5 to 6 years there. And like, so.
Yeah, so that's kind of like part of. That was part of.
But middle school, you spend like 3 years there. You're like, you're going through puberty the whole time. Everyone else is going through puberty the whole time.
Yeah, I mean it's not really. It's kind of a miserable. Not miserable.
You lose. Your childhood is slipping away. You're slowly becoming older. Like
that's sort of a depressing look on it, but.
I feel like middle school. I'm cool with it not having a graduation.
Yeah, I mean it would have been, all right, but I think in replacement of what we got, I think it was much more fitting not to.
Well, we got like a sort of like a mini-ish party. They just gave like they let us chill outside for like the last half of the last day.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah, it was it's pretty chill. Like there was pizza, like chips, random drinks.
Yeah, I was actually not expecting it at all. I had no idea it was going on the entire time. Like I was just thinking like, all right, today's last day, right? Got nothing to do. I'm just gonna go on my phone, occasionally look outside. That sort of thing.
The whole last week of school was spent on my phone.
Really? Alright. Oh yeah, since you didn't go on the field trip. The last field trip. Right?
Oh yeah, field trip. Yeah. The end of the year was like a party field trip.
Yeah. Okay. So Mr. Nobody. Yeah, he cannot speak from experience of how our last field trip was, the end of year, because he actually decided not to go. I'm not sure why. Maybe it was for financial reasons, because he just didn't want to go.
And like, of course, I'm financially able to pay for it, but it was deemed maybe not financially necessary by my folks. So,
I guess so. Oh yeah, I guess I see what you mean. I mean, like, are you just not into cruises?
No, I would have been cool going. Actually, I was kind of like, alright, it's alright,
Oh, but you were just not too into it.
I would have gone, but like, they're like, you sure you want to do it? I'm like, I don't care if I do it or not, but like, I guess I'd like to go. And they're like, okay, if you don't really care that much, then you don't have to do it.
Yeah. Was that from your friends? Or those.
I still would have liked to go though. But like,
It was all right, I'd say. I mean, I feel like we're being pretty being pretty vague about what this is. So I'm just gonna bring it out. It's a cruise, by the way, not a very big one, might I add. Like not a Disney level cruise, but it's one that
was it Carnival level?
Carnival level. How grand is this Carnival?
You know, do you know Carnival Cruises?
Oh wait, no. What are you talking about?
Okay, no, it's just a cruise company. Yeah, and I already know it's less than Carnival Cruises.
Oh, it's a cruise company? Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
Just explain it.
Well, then it's most likely not then. Like it's, I mean,
why don't you just say the name of the cruise? So people have a good idea.
You know, I actually kind of forget what it was called.
It was like
It was-
I can say it.
okay,
right?
so it
I think
was,
I remember. I could say it right.
How do you remember? You weren't even.
Because I was looking at it while I was not there.
Wait, what were you looking at?
I was just looking at how much it costs. What do you guys do and stuff like that.
Oh, why were you looking at it, like right after you decided not to?
Because I was at school the day everyone was at the field trip.
Yeah,
So,
but
like,
why were you just? Oh, were you just looking at it out of pure curiosity?
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Continue.
Isn't it like Spirit of the boat is called the Spirit of Washington and it's like Potomac
Oh
River Cruise.
yeah. I remember.
It's called like Potomac River Cruises or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah. It was
If
it was
you're-
on the Potomac River.
Yeah.
Since we didn't really make that clear before.
Which, if you don't know, is near Washington D.C.
Wait, it is? It's new?
Near.
Oh, near. Okay, yeah. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was very new because I mean, like the kids last year went on it too, and they said that it sucked, but apparently this year everybody loved it. I mean, I thought it was pretty alright, but I mean, it depends. It really depends person to person.
I looked at the photos people posted. I mean, the food looked okay.
Yeah, it was actually very
all the-
well made for
all the girls-
for what I was expecting.
The girls got hyped for like some songs on the dance floor.
I know, it was so loud that you couldn't feel it like rocking, right? You couldn't feel the ship rocking. But I mean, like, thankfully, cuz that means it's well it's stable, right? But I feel like it, I don't know. It just didn't the atmosphere felt too cramped for me. You would know it if you felt it. Like, I feel like if it was a bit cooler outside, or if it was hotter outside rather than more humid, then it would have been a lot more enjoyable. But that also might affect your like experience just in general of anything.
Well, I felt the exact opposite of that because I was at school with only like 3 other people there.
Yeah. So
we watched Pirates of the Caribbean.
well,
We got
alright,
two
yeah,
bo-
okay.
we got 2 boxes of pizza. One was an extra large pepperoni.
all right.
One
Well,
one
we
was
got
a medium margarita.
Okay.
We got a cannoli. We got 12 Dr. Peppers.
Okay. Well, the real question is, did you Oh shoot, that's pretty good. I don't know what could beat that. I mean, well, did you get a full buffet of food?
We had a lot of pizza. It was more than enough for 4 people.
Yeah, but that's not really a buffet, would you call it? No.
It's a buffet of pepperoni and margarita pizzas.
Yeah, but it's not an all-you-can-eat. We had all-you-can-eat. Everything that you wanted.
Well, we that was all we could eat.
Well, that's not like, that's more of a, it's situational, right? But like, our ship was really all you could eat, right?
We had cannoli. Did you have cannoli?
We had dessert.
Was
it was kind of lackluster, I'll admit, but it was definitely no cannoli.
Exactly. So I think
Well, I mean, like, other than that, okay.
And mine was free. You paid $65 to go on that cruise.
Yeah, but I think actually, never mind. I was gonna say the food is kind of like expected to be coming with it, but I mean, not just coming with it, but like it's for free, right?
I win
But,
this.
like if once you get the cruise, right? You're kind of expecting the food to be free with it. Actually, what is going on? I can't select this. I can't transform.
I think. So I think on that note, I win this battle.
Well, there was never a battle to fight in the beginning. But I mean, if it makes you feel better, sure, we can go with that. We will go with that.
It makes me feel great, man.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you have that victory. Yeah.
All right. So
This was never a contest to begin with, so I'm not even sure what you're trying to argue about. What's going on? I'm not even sure
so
what
I
you're
guess.
trying to.
Yeah, same. I think we should move on to our next topic,
Right.
which is something that once again was sort of a bit more relevant a few more months ago, but still I guess is semi-relevant, and that is the website known as Cameo.
Explain to me what that is.
All right, so Cameo is a website where normal people can pay celebrities to record a message for them.
Normal.
So let's
people.
say like.
That's
Yeah,
you emphasize that very like strangely, or like it was supposed to be very significant.
Okay, fine. You could pay someone, a famous celebrity, to like say happy birthday to someone, or to say to help someone going through a rough time, or like something like that.
Oh,
So,
wait,
why don't
so
we-
it's like it's a paid, like think of it like Patreon rewards, right? Except you're not paying them monthly. So like
Just
to
one-time
record
fee.
you a message or something.
So
Yeah.
we should. I thought why don't we check it out?
Well, sorry, I was just getting a water break while you were talking. I think that would be a good idea, a great idea actually. Okay,
Cool.
so what is
Okay.
what is this website called? Just Cameo?
Yeah. Could you forgot to screencast your screen to me, by the way?
Oh, do you want me to do that? All right.
Yes. That is very helpful.
Okay. All right, here it is. Here it is, everybody.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so is this it? Book a cameo with your face.
Yes.
Get a personalized cameo today. That is
Yes.
definitely an ad. I think that was an ad that I just clicked on. Oh, you can get a cameo from Snoop Dogg. Oh,
what's
I
it-
feel like, I feel like I've seen this before. Not like the website itself, right? But like videos from celebrities. Mm. Sorry, my
So
computer is like crazy. Is going crazy right now.
Why don't we go up and look at the whole list?
The whole list.
Like a bigger list of people than the home page.
Where's the whole list?
Hold
Oh,
it.
the
Hold
whole
it.
list.
Browse our talent. Browse our talent. Go up.
Oh, browse your top. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was somewhere near the top. That's usually where a search bar is. I mean, that's what I was expecting it. Okay, unless it's a site like Google, but that's besides the point. Anyways,
All right. So
We're here.
Let's check out this. So yeah. Any categories you wanna go to?
let's see.
I wanna-
Why? What?
wait, go to
Oh wait,
po-
there's a category. There's a,
Yeah. Go to politics. I want to see what politicians are on this.
Oh really? There's a politician. Oh yeah, politics. Only 18. That's not really. Oh my gosh, it's Ken Bone.
Are
It's
these?
Ken Bone. A lot of these are very revealing. I think we're gonna.
Are you really politicians?
Oh no.
Okay.
Politicians. Yeah, I don't think they're very. They don't look very much like politicians.
Maybe
Like,
they're just Maybe they're just politically active.
You mean like, in different ways?
Look, I saw Stormy Daniels on there.
Stormy Daniels.
You know,
we
the person
could
who,
just
like,
look it up. Where?
the person who's like accusing Trump and stuff.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not very caught up with news. So you're gonna, whenever
Ew.
you reference a somewhat unfamiliar icon, you're gonna have to explain. Okay, this is just a reference from now on. Ooh, there's also I guess David Hayter next to the clown from it. That's very interesting. Okay, so what is the whole hype around Cameo?
It's just celebrities around here, and you could like get them to say something for you.
I know, but why did it particularly pique your interest? Like, what is this?
Cause like, oh, maybe when we're celebrities, we could be on here.
Uh,
Hey, look, it's Charlie Sheen.
You know, I sort of disagree. I don't know.
It's Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen. Where?
Charlie Sheen.
Up or down?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Guy from 2.5 Men. Up.
Oh, up. Okay. Let's see.
It's there.
I'm sorry, man. I don't watch a lot of films. You can't
It's a
blame me.
TV show. That's what I know him from.
I also don't watch a lot of TV. Where is he?
Right there. He's the waist like.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm like quickly looking at their picture. Like I'm looking at Bubbles right here, right? I'm looking at their picture. The picture is the most captivating part of it. And like if it doesn't look interesting enough, I'm probably not gonna look at the picture.
Quick.
So Charlie
I'd like
Sheen
to say
doesn't
how-
look very.
I would like to say hi in the chat too. Parth is the Flash, who I don't know why he's discussing toilet things, but alrighty.
Alright, well, Parth, I'm sorry to say this, but like if you continue this behavior, we might have to block some of your messages. So please keep this stream family friendly. Thank you very much. Thank you for your let's see. I don't know the correct word for it. Patience. Let's just say patience. Thank you for your patience.
He said poopy.
No, we don't need to. We don't need to
and
give him
tent.
more attention. That's alright. That's alright. You need to.
Well,
I think a general lesson for all of us is be diligent. Diligent. Is that the correct word?
Sure.
I feel like yeah. Be diligent
Alright.
with your words.
Alright, so we're sort of YouTubers, so why don't we go look at the YouTubers on here? Go to the YouTuber section.
There is a YouTube section.
Of course
That's a-
there is.
All right. Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a large selection of them.
Because every YouTuber thinks they're more famous than they actually are.
Right. I mean, it is. Oh well, of course you have Jesus Christ here. You know, entertainer. For Father's Day. Father's Day is a section here apparently, and we have a lot of them. I wonder if these are the. Are these the top paid ones or
They're probably, I guess they're the most booked ones, maybe? I don't know.
possibly? Just a quick question: can any of you hear the running of my computer? Is there like a continuous fan in the background? Is like what I'm asking.
That's alright. I would like to give another hello in the chat to Venom Gaming. Thanks for coming out.
All right, hello, welcome
Yeah.
everybody. I should probably say a welcome to everybody.
Yes.
Welcome
Okay, thanks for...
everyone.
Yeah. Alright, well...
Everyone.
Alright,
to
alright, so Ryan and Venom Gaming both say they can hear the fan noise.
Oh, you can? Okay, hold on. I feel like.
What is this? What is that? Those are not pleasant
hold on,
noises.
Hold on. I'm gonna try and up this. So hopefully, whenever it's whenever it's going on, it's not very obvious that the fan is on when I'm not talking.
Yeah.
All right.
Also,
I hope that improves it.
Also, Venom Gaming wanted to make sure that you know it's Trinoth.
Oh, hello, Venom Gaming. Hello, Trinoth, by the way.
Yeah,
Welcome.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great to see a good friend in the stream.
Yeah. You know, guys,
Oh,
if you, it's alright. You don't have to introduce yourselves to me. I'll just address you as whatever you want. So if you want your name to be, let's say Trinoth, right? You can. I'll address you by Trinoth, but don't feel obligated to reveal your name if you don't want to, obviously.
Another person has joined the chat. Hello, Srinov.
All right, hello, welcome to the chat. All right,
Yeah,
so we're still
it's-
looking at celebrities. I'm not sure what
It's
our
here.
apologies.
Well, why don't we look at some athletes now?
Athletes.
Yeah, we like sports on the Pickle podcast.
Well, I thought we were looking at YouTubers mainly. I mean, I was just
None
about
of
to
these-
ask why.
No,
what
barely.
was our
I don't
purpose here?
watch. I barely watch. I don't even watch any of these though.
Well, we could always search, right? Brandon does
Yeah.
everything. Whoever this is, YouTube star apparently. He's a
He's only
YouTube star.
He's only $2 to book too.
Oh wow, he's doing this for, I mean, like, pretty cheap for what he's worth. I mean, I'm not sure how big he is.
Let's give Brandon Does Everything a quick shout out, and let's check out his channel.
For being a $2 price tag, I think we can give it.
Let's see if Brandon really does everything, man.
Brandon does everything. I guess we can. Let's look at Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo. This one. For Alicia. Or for Marta,
Alicia.
I'm not
Hope
sure.
you have a wonderful,
Yeah, Alicia.
safe, and amazing day, and good luck on your socks. Again,
Let's see what he has to say.
Happy birthday. He said happy birthday for $2. he said happy birthday for $2. I mean, actually, you know what? I'll give him credit for keeping it short and sweet, concise.
Oh, no.
That's what I like about it. Concise.
I'd prefer a long message though.
No. Why would you want a long message? That just makes it like, I mean, like a
Fine,
podcast can be nice.
Let's say if Bryce Harper was on this, wouldn't you want like an hour long like happy birthday from him?
Yeah, but if he kept on like rambling about like completely unrelated stuff, I'd rather cut it down to like 10 minutes or like 5 minutes. That would make it, because cutting to the point is very important. I mean, I'm a victim of elongating my sentences as well, but as you know, as I try, when I try to be as eloquent as possible so it doesn't become annoying and repetitive to listen to the podcast. That's what every podcaster dreads of ever happening. That's why learning vocabulary and also understanding what you're talking about is important.
Alright, well, I guess
this is one of the cases where I do not know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. So why don't we check out some athletes and see if any of our favorite maybe nationals are on there or something.
Alright, hold that thought for a second. I just found the real life Peter Griffin. Hold on.
Whoa.
He's from Rob Francis. Alright, hello Rob. And it looks like this is very interesting. It looks like
dude, the person that got our dark one got scammed.
Yeah, you can barely see him unless he paid for half. I mean, I'm not even sure how much he's okay, so he's charging $20 for a video. I'm not sure how long. We'll see how
How's it going there? We're Griffin here with a message from Blake Silas. Sorry about your divorce, and it's all your fault, and you suck almost as much as Meg.
Oh my god. So I guess he didn't get ripped off, huh? That's absolutely amazing. Video made me in hysterics. Thanks a lot. Hysterics? Should we consider that a good thing? I'm not sure.
Like you're like, oh, that was so funny. I'm hysterical.
Yeah, I know, but I'm pretty sure there's alternate definitions for hysterics though.
It's in a good context.
Take a look. I guess so. He gave him a very good rating. Hysterics. While the emotion, person suffering from hysteria. Let's look up hysteria. I'm not a doctor. That's not the right one. Psychological disorder include conversion of psychological stress into physical. Sorry, I'm just moving my mic. If you can hear that, do not mind it. All right, conversion of psychological stress into physical symptoms. Somatization. That's definitely not how you say it. Somatization, selective amnesia, shallow volatile emotion. So I'm not gonna finish it, but as you can see, hysteria, I think, is a psychological disorder, right? But I mean, like in the context that he used, I think.
You're getting too deep into it.
I was just trying to elaborate on what I was saying, because you were saying like, well, it's like, doesn't that just mean, well, how do you say it? What were you saying? What did you think hysterics mean?
It's just like, that was hysterical. That's so funny. It was hysterical, you know. Usually people don't like mean like a mental disorder when they say.
Yeah.
Hysterical.
Okay. unless you're in the medical field, but that's besides the point. Anyways, we're back to Peter Griffin. We're looking at Peter Griffin.
I think before we wrap up this cameo topic.
How's it going there?
Yeah.
Like, I guess we.
What was it? What was
I
it?
don't know, like,
Okay.
You can continue watching Peter Griffin, then we can look at some athletes.
All right. Well, you're gonna have to like tell me when you're talking, because whenever as soon as I start playing this video, for some reason you immediately start talking. So you're gonna have to announce when you're talking. So okay. Well, all right. So continue talking then, and then we're gonna finish this Peter Griffin thingamajig. Continue.
Okay, watch. Go ahead, watch him.
What? This is.
Zimmer.
Oh my god!
Yes, watch him.
You need to. I was giving you specific instructions, right? You do not. Right. If you tell a dog, here, go to your room. Go to your room. The dog won't or the dog shouldn't usually. I mean, like if you're a good owner, obviously, it shouldn't really disobey you. Like he's like I don't want to go to my room.
Just watch Peter.
Then when you give specific instructions, all right, this is just very important. Like you just need to, when someone gives up their seat.
Fine. Let's interrupt this argument because Venom Gaming wants to know what we think of E3.
Precisely. Also, after this, we should probably do some trivia, because it's been quite a while since we did that.
Alright, so
I think it's due for actually 2 trivia sessions, so we'll get to that
first
very shortly.
but first, what do you think of E3?
All right, so his question is, what did you guys think of E3 so far? Well, actually, I haven't watched the full E3. If you're talking about the Nintendo E3, I watched a portion of it, but there's a lot of good titles coming out. Let's look up E3. Yeah, if the E3 was so good, why didn't they announce an E4? You know, E3 schedule. E3 schedule. Conference. So there's EA, Microsoft. I'm not sure which one
Let's see, is anyone on June 12th today?
Okay, well let's just look at what has happened so far. Oh, I think it's already done. I think E3 is already passed.
Yeah.
Let's look. Yep, it's already passed.
Nintendo Direct was still at June 11th.
Well, let's take a look. E3. Guys, I apologize if you can hear the computer in the background. I apologize so much for whatever you hear. I hope it's not too bad on the recording, and I hope you guys are enjoying it still. All right. Well, anyway, back to the E3 game releases. Sorry. Game releases. Maybe we should. Yeah, actually, no. This is fine. I was gonna look at the larger ones. Like, there's also not really game releases, but DLC, right? So, like, Nintendo is releasing Banjo-Kazooie to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, if you didn't already know, as part of DLC, I'm pretty sure. Because that's what they're doing now. They're not releasing any, updates to the base game, but they're releasing, incremental DLCs that's eventually gonna stack up on each other. It creates this a larger roster, but sadly it only comes every so often. But let's look at Shaq News. Every game and release date announced at E3. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, well let's look up E3 big. Wait, maybe AAA. Yeah, I feel like AAA's kind of gotten a bad name over the years.
AAA is associated with EA now.
Or just actually, does AAA attribute to its quality or what?
It's just how big how big of a release is it's usually EA games are AAA titles.
AAA. I don't think it has. Nope.
No, that's not
Nope.
the car thing, and not the baseball thing either. Just look up AAA gaming meaning.
Gaming. Is an informal classification used for video produced and distributed by a mid-sized or major publisher. Right.
So it's Ubisoft, EA, those
Blockbuster. Oh, I see. Okay. So it's usually a big brand. companies.
Ubisoft, EA, Microsoft, Nintendo, like.
Yeah, that's sort of weird. So you don't really classify it by its quality, which is also kind of strange. Like quality. I feel like in a certain way, it can be a objective, meaning that there are certain aspects that every game should fundamentally have, but a lot of other games can be subjectively AAA. Like if AAA was relating to its quality, then AAA like the subjectivity could differ from person to person. So I guess like the companies, they kind of where am I going with this? They kind of had like a staple in their, like, they've created a staple in their name that kind of like regards everything that they create as AAA, but in contrast, like a lower, not just a lower, but like a more undeveloped company could create a very well developed game and not be classified as AAA, which is kind of undeserving, right? What is this that keeps on popping up? We need your help. We need your help to support our news and features. We are very grateful. What is going on? Disable? No. Why do I need to? No, I'm not doing this. We're going back to Peter Griffin, guys. All right. Yes, I'm not okay. So, well, anyways, like I think E3, right, is just a general general convention that releases a lot of new, really cool video game, not propositions, because they're already like ideas that are being created, but I think it's a good way to reveal a lot of the new titles. And this year especially, like for the Nintendo Switch, it might have not been as big as last year, for instance, where was it even last year? The Nintendo Switch came out in 2016, I think. Was it 20? Yeah, I think it was 2016. So like when the year, or the years I should say, for the Nintendo Switch where the big games came out, those were probably the most exciting for E3s or just any gaming conventions, like PAX East.
You don't like other system titles?
Yeah. But I feel like E3 is kind of not overrated. No, I'm not saying that it's not overrated, but I was looking for a word, but I wouldn't say that it's like, I wouldn't say that it's overrated, but I feel that if you're like shuffling through the content, right, you would really want to get to the big stuff, and E3 kind of doesn't really reveal that. I mean that's good in a certain regard, because you could be introducing like new titles by indie companies that wouldn't get the same publicity as they would with in any other convention. But I don't know, E3 just isn't targeted towards me, because I don't want to see like all of these different random games. I don't know.
Trinoth wanted to say we got a Breath of the Wild sequel.
Breath of the Wild, really? Wait,
yeah,
the
there's a sequel. Yeah.
I don't really. Hold on, let me double check this. I wasn't paying attention to the Wild. Oh wait, really? Hold on, Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, I thought it was just the new release for Link's Awakening, right? If you heard of that, it's a Game Boy game, but they're remastering it on the Nintendo Switch, and so far, what I've seen, it looks amazing. But if this, I mean, like I didn't hear about this, but apparently, from the top headlines, top stories, that looks true. Sequel to the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild, first look trailer. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it now because I'm not sure if we're allowed to show it, but I'll definitely take a look at it.
Nintendo's pretty like not cool with copyright.
Yeah. I mean, no, it depends because if you're using like video games, I think they're not very
Friendly.
lenient on that
Yeah.
subject. But
So,
it
yeah,
depends.
anyways, so I think we've closed the book on Cameo and E3, and I think it's time for trivia.
Right, trivia time. All right, sorry, I was just about to get back into drawing, but apparently that's not the right time. All right, everybody. Wait, no, wrong. Everybody. Wait, everybody. Trivia time. All right, so welcome everybody to the Trivia Time Pickle Podcast. So we're gonna be.
If you're new here, don't know what it is. It's pretty simple. It's trivia. It's riddles. Have
Sure.
fun.
Yeah. Okay. Well, now that we got out of the way, I think we already know what trivia is. I mean, this is more or less trivia because this is for today's special, at least. You know, today's special is riddles, right? In
Well, we
courtesy
also have
of a video game.
Wait. Hold up. We have one trivia question.
What?
Yeah,
I don't think we were planning on including that because I feel like this
it
doesn't
kinda
fit. This doesn't fit.
It
I don't
relates
know.
to some. It relates to baseball though.
How does this? What?
Peanuts.
Yeah, but we're not
Baseball.
talking about baseball.
Okay, well then
That
how are
doesn't
we
transition into anything. What
How many
were
we
you
ta-
thinking of?
Then how does tongues relate to it?
That's because it's part of the riddle. This is a riddle. It doesn't
fine,
need to
riddle.
relate to anything. This is
Okay,
a
fine,
riddle
fine.
is
Okay,
a
okay.
very
All right, well,
right.
well, guys, if you want to know, Americans on average consume 7.4 pounds of peanuts.
Great. I mean, like I'm not sure why you put correct there. I mean, like we could. I was just gonna copy
Okay.
and paste this into chat, but. Yeah,
Okay, anyways,
we weren't gonna do it anyways. All right.
Okay, so riddle time, I guess.
All right. So very quickly, riddle time. Since we've already had so many delays, sadly, on this podcast today. So first riddle, and I will type this in chat after I'm done saying it once. All right. So listen very closely, or you don't have to listen very closely, but listen. It has many tongues, though it cannot taste. It can always be fed and never again wait. Oh wait, never gain weight. I'm sorry. That's a little bit of typo. And never gain weight. What is it? Alright. I'll type it. Or more copy and paste it in chat. Right. Alright. I'll repeat the question real quick. It has many tongues, though it cannot taste. It can always be fed and never gain weight. What is it? And now your three selections are either A, a serpent, B, the air, or C, a fire. Now I'll type that out in chat. There you go. So once again, your answers or your multiple choice answers are A, a serpent, B, the air, or C, a fire. You have 10 seconds and go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 9, and 10. Alright, hold on, wait. Hold on, where's my soundboard? Wait, hold on, I'm trying to look for my soundboard.
Is the sound over? Is
Huh?
the time up? Is
Oh,
the time up?
yeah, it's time up. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, you had that. Never mind. Alright.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, if you guys got a serpent, then you are incorrect. However, if you got C, a fire, then you are correct. I feel like that was really loud. I'm sorry, I apologize. Well, anyways, so yes, the correct answer is C, a fire. If you got that right, you are moderately a genius. But we're truly gonna test your intelligence by this next trivia question, in order to make up for the lack of one in the middle. All right, let me first clear my throat. The greater amount you have of me, the less of others you will see. What am I? Alright. Now I will copy and paste this into chat, right? And I will repeat the question one last time. The greater amount of me you have, Oh wait, the greater amount you have of me, the less of others you will see. What am I? Alright. Now I'm gonna tell you the questions. The answers to the questions, my bad. And you have a choice of the 3, and you must choose one. Alright. The first possible answer actually, is unfriendliness. Number 2 is darkness. Number 3 is gold. You have another chance to think about this, because I'm gonna say it one more time. Number 1 is unfriendliness. Number 2 is darkness. And number 3 is gold. You have 10 seconds. Alright. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go. Or stop. There you go, that's it. I meant stop. Wrong word. Alright. Alright, so guys, if you answered, hold on, gotta think of this. Right, if you answered A, unfriendliness, which I didn't put, you are incorrect, sadly. I'm sorry to break it to you all. If you answered that, of course. But if you answered B, darkness, then you are absolutely correct. That was a little quieter because I didn't want to blast people's eardrums. Anyways, I think that was a interesting segment of it, I guess.
Well,
I mean, I always like to include some thoughtful arguments, interactive parts of activities. I mean, I don't know how to put it. Just I like making this podcast interactive, so audiences are intrigued to listen more. Anyways, we are back, and we're running to Cameo. What are you running to? I don't know. We're still on Cameo.
Are we done with Cameo? Do you want to look at athletes still?
Sure. I mean, there's a lot of YouTubers
No,
that you just skipped over. You were like, I don't care.
I don't know them.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing is that you bring up like, oh, let's go to YouTubers, and you're like, oh no, let's go to athletes, and I'm like, what? We barely looked at YouTubers. Come on,
I gotta go through a bunch of sections.
All right. I mean, there's not really much to look at. This is kind of what you expect, right? I mean, I'm not intrigued into athletes. I'm not sure if you are. You probably are because you're more of a sports junkie than I do.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, all the same, right? Anyways.
Would you want to pay $500 to get Brett Favre?
Who?
Go down. Down.
Right. I know. I know. Brett Favre.
Right there.
500. Ooh, I don't know. I mean, like, let's see. 68 reviews. What? That means like 68 people bought from this guy.
Yeah.
NFL legend. I mean, he must be one type of legend if it costs $500 to hear him say something.
He is one of the best quarterbacks, but still, I wouldn't pay like $500.
All right, well, let's see how good his videos are. For John. All right, this is for John.
This is an early congrats on your upcoming second year of Country Boom in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So I hear it was a blast last year, and this year is going to be even better, I'm sure. And of course, we all know that Cheesehead Country sure knows how to party. That I do know. All the best.
What? I feel like he was typing some. Oh, I think it's like So you know how you so like if you click on this, you would so you would have instructions or like this is like your application to them. Like okay, now I want to pay you $500 to say all of this. Instructions for are so you can either tell them to say something verbatim, or you could you can instruct them like what you like say something about my graduation or something in middle school. I'm going to high school. Yay! Congrats! And then I guess he improvises from there. But I still don't think that's worth $500. No matter who it is, hearing someone speak unless it's very rare for them to speak. Like if they're very if they were very particular about their words online or just in general, then I guess that would be worth it to pay $500. But for someone like, I mean, just anyone, I mean, like a celebrity or not, $500 is not worth it. Well, I think that's enough of Cameo. I think that's what you expect to see. You know, some are ridiculously cheap, or not ridiculously, because like just hearing someone speak or paying someone to hear them speak is already kind of ridiculous in itself. I mean, it depends on who you are, but to me, I don't see the value in it, because I mean they're just speaking. If you're watching them, if you're watching them on television, I guess what's the difference? Unless they're addressing you personally, which is what they're kind of doing here. But for $500, no way, not for me. I think we're good here.
Yeah.
I'm done with
All
Cameo.
right. That was Cameo. Hopefully one day maybe we'll be on there.
No, I'm not going there. I mean,
I'll do it.
even if I'm stooping that low, I'm not going
But actually,
to Cameo.
I would charge like, let's say we hit like 50K subs. I would charge like $2.
I feel like this is too much of not a hassle for me, but like this is just unnecessary way an unnecessary way of like creating revenue when you could be doing other things that are also even more productive, I guess, than just speaking on this, because you realize that the celebrities do have to manage this, right? They have to manage the Cameo. And I guess people do really admire them, so they're like, hey, I'm gonna pay thousands of dollars for you to just sing me a happy birthday song or whatever, you know. I mean, it's varies from person to person, but from my personal opinion and from what I've seen, Cameo is a no-go for me. No-go.
Alrighty. So, next up, we're gonna get a little philosophical here and say, what are dimensions?
Well, I mean, like we're almost nearing the end of our podcast, honestly. So,
We gotta speed this up then.
right. So,
Alright, going in speed mode.
what are dimensions? It's a very broad question, but my main thought of it was like, we have the first dimension, right? I guess first dimension would kind of be like your x-axis. Then you have your second dimension. I mean, it depends on what dimension you're talking about, but in this case, I'm talking about the visual dimensions, right? So your first dimension would be, let me try this out. Here. Because we haven't gotten a lot of artistic flow in the podcast so far. Only a little bit of t-shirt designing. Alright, so we have our first dimension, right? First dimension. This is our x, and this is our first dimension. Then you have your y, and this is your second dimension, right? And then you have this third sort of in between, where it adds a third dimension, which is called the z-axis. So every single one of this is like x-axis, y-axis, and then so on, right? But then beyond that, right, what else could be a fourth dimension, right? You know how everything is like, you know how like some like a immersive situation, or not situations, but like entertainment is referred to as 4D as opposed to 3D, where you're experiencing it, right, for like as if it was real. But I feel like that doesn't really make sense, because if it was 4D, you would think it would have a fourth plane of dimension of vision, not hearing. So what could a fourth dimension? So this is the question. What is a fourth dimension? and up. What is it?
Like how many layers of dimension, like how many layers of detail get added with each dimension?
Yeah, like how, like, so if you were to think about it, what could you possibly add on to like a third dimension? Because third dimension is 3D, right? You experience things in 3D, you can feel them. I mean, feeling isn't really considered a fourth dimension. Like the fourth dimension entertainment that I was explaining, because that's not really like visual. That doesn't really attribute to visual senses. I mean, like in certain cases it does, because if you're walking around every day, and you don't feel like the weight of your feet, right, hitting the ground, then I guess it would kind of like skew your physical senses, like your vision. But if you're in let's say a movie, it wouldn't really feel any more different if you were like if the character was maybe running, and then you saw the character running, and then maybe like your chair was kind of like rumbling as well. I feel like that doesn't really I don't know, that doesn't give credit to the fourth dimension that I think it should. But first thing that we need to address, what is the fourth dimension? Do you have any ideas?
I am definitely not Googling anything right now.
Okay, well, share your ideas with me. Share whatever shows.
My perspective is first dimension is just like
your perspective or someone else's?
My perspective.
Okay.
Right. So I feel like first dimension is like basic lines and stuff like that.
Correct. I'm calling
Second dimension is more detailed, but it's still like it's flat. It's not like there's no like there's some perception of depth, and you're an artist, you know these terms. Like,
right. Yeah. That's why we call it the 2D. This is why we call it 2D, because there's two dimensions right here: X, Y,
there's
and Z.
But it's not like it's just hard to put into words, but like
try to put it like whatever you're feeling.
Okay. So yeah, basically second dimension is more detailed, like lines and stuff, than the first dimension, and there's more depth. But the third dimension is like a whole like almost like panoramic view almost.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's because you're adding more detail to the scene.
Yeah.
So whenever you're adding a new dimension, you're also adding new details. So like it's like if you were at a fourth dimension, that means you would be adding more details as well. But what kind of details is the question, right?
Just sound and all that count as adding detail.
Well, it depends, because if you think about it in like a artistic sense, yes and no. Because if you're looking solely visually, then you would add something visually. But how would you make this into a fourth dimension? Let's see. We need to turn to Google to ask, what is 4D? What would a 4D sphere look like? Interesting question. Maybe you would have like different planes. Right? So four-dimensional space. A four-dimensional space, or 4D space, is a mathematical extension of the concept of three-dimensional space, or 3D space. Three-dimensional space is the simplest possible generalization of the observation that one only needs three numbers called dimensions to describe the sizes of locations of objects in everyday world. Okay, that doesn't really explain much. What is the difference between 3D and 4D? With 3D, the most significant difference between 3D and 4D ultrasound is that 4D allows physicians to live stream videos of the baby's images. This is this is 3D and 4D scans. That's why. Alright, 4D ultrasound is essentially 3D ultrasound in live motion. Okay, so they're talking about ultrasounds. That's something different. But if it's like a movie, do humans see in 3D or 4D? I don't know. Living in 3D right only shows. Definitely can only.
Well, don't humans see in the maximum amount of dimensions possible?
Not exactly. I wouldn't think. What about a fifth dimension, huh? Do we see a fifth dimension? I don't think so.
Well, maybe there's like a dimension where you could like. Would it be called another dimension if you could like go through things or like see the particles?
Okay, well let's see. This is what we think. This is a 4D theater, right? I mean, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, maybe it could be adding to the senses, right? Effects may include rain, wind. Because physical effects can be expensive to install. 4D films are most often presented in custom-built theaters. Let's see. Distinct from four-dimensional space. Let's see what this is. Yeah, we already saw that. So it's an extension of the concept of three-dimensional space, right? As of so I guess in a way, 4D would be what we kind of interpret it now, because I'm not really sure. I think I've seen a video in some way explaining what like a 10th dimension would look like. But I think that's more of not a visual kind of representation, more of a mathematical representation of a dimension. But like 4D, I don't know. 4D is probably the farthest we could go, because the only thing that you could probably add to visual, the visual aspects of dimensions, is probably x-axis, the y-axis, the z-axis, and visual effects and also like feely effects, like rumbling in the chair, like or wind, like that Wikipedia said. Or the image.
So basically, like more senses being applied.
Would equal more dimensions. But beyond that, beyond like all those senses, what else could we add? I don't think we could add anything. So I guess is that a case closed?
Guess so.
What is going on?
Our boy Quad Eyes is in the chat.
Oh, he is? Hello.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. 4D. Yeah. If anybody else has any thoughts, any feelies about 4D, let us know. We're curious of what you think a dimension is. Because I mean, I'm not a scientist. We all know that. Neither of us are scientists. But getting ideas from different like-minded people, or not even like-minded, just like different people. For instance, you guys in the chat. It would be interesting to look into. So what is 4D? I don't know. Senses? Let's see. Hold on. Let's write this down. I'm in Project Alpha right now, or Protect Alpha. Senses.
Oh, wait a sec.
What is that? Senses. That's it. I think that's it. And then there's nothing up and above. It's just we're stuck at this forever 4D. But like, have you ever that raises the question. Have you ever seen a 4D film? Hello?
Right,
co-host.
I am
co-host.
I'm back.
Where are you back from?
A quick disturbance.
Alright. Well, back to the question. Did you hear me?
Well, I heard it's probably the same stuff we've been talking about these past few minutes.
No, I asked you a question.
Oh, what was the question?
Have you ever seen a 4D film?
No, but...
No?
Well, actually...
What?
Well, actually, Disney, they don't have the Toy Story 4D thing.
I wouldn't know, because I haven't been to Disneyland in quite a while. Disneyland is like... I think it's the luxury everybody wish they could enjoy every day. That's like the extreme luxury, don't you think?
I think
Disneyland?
I have actually seen like a Muppets 4D thing, and like the reason they call it 4D is because like they squirted water or something.
Wait, Muppets?
Hey, let me look it up. Let me see.
Where's
Muppets
this
4D.
Muppets thing?
It's at it's probably like. What park was it at? I
That's
think it was
very
Hollywood.
interesting.
I think it was Hollywood Studios. Oh, it's only Muppet Vision 3D. Never mind.
Oh,
So
wait.
it's not 4D then.
Oh darn. Well, I'm gonna draw some Muppets anyways. I
So-
haven't seen Muppets in a while, so I'm just gonna draw from memory. Wait, they have a very they are puppets, obviously. So they'd have a very fluffy physique. But down here, like in the waist below,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what would happen here.
The hand goes there.
No. What do you think goes down there, huh? Why would a
Actually,
hand?
wait, no,
No,
wait,
why
no,
would a
wait,
hand
never
be
mind,
down
never
in the? No.
Never
no.
mind. Muppets do have legs.
Yeah. So what do you think is underneath there? Is the question. That's sort of a weird symbol. I don't know why I drew that.
I'm not a puppeteer. I don't know.
You don't need to be a puppeteer. In fact, you don't need to be a scientist to answer science questions. You just need to be thinking. And I'm thinking that actually I don't know. What would be under there? What is under a puppet, right? Who would know? Because puppets are kind of like master deceivers, right? This is like
Jim,
these
why
are
don't we ask-
these are designed
we-
to deceive.
Why don't we ask Jim Henson then?
Jim Henson?
Henson.
Is he a ventriloquist or something?
He's the guy who made the Muppets and stuff like that. Sesame Street and all that. He's the one that first made it.
Really? Okay, so wait, hold on. You're gonna have to spell his name.
Just Jim Henson.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to spell the name to me very carefully. Very
Okay.
carefully. I need to look this up.
Jim.
What is it?
Jim.
Yeah, I know what a Jim is. Right.
H-E-N.
H-E-N. Hen. Oh, Henson. Right. Jim Henson. Is he a director? No, he's a puppeteer. Of course. Right. So, but they have the legs. So what could possibly be under it? Could this mean that puppets are alive? Do you think?
Who is Jim Henson dating?
Could you imagine if we
look at what it says. Look who Jim Henson's
Oh.
dating. Just a
Jim
girlfriend.
wife? Wait, so is he dating his wife? Girlfriend, wife? Is he dating his girlfriend and his wife?
Wait, didn't Jim Henson die?
That's sort of a strange did he?
I think he died.
That might have been from before he
I think he
died.
died.
Yep. Oh, he died.
1990.
Yeah.
I don't think that
Wow.
article was written before 1990, man.
Really?
I don't think he's dating anymore.
Let's see when it was. I don't know. When is Who is he dating now? He's probably single. I wonder. He's probably single. Yeah. He was in relationships with Daryl Hannah and Mary Ann Clary. Ooh, he's a con man. I don't know if you call it con man.
I like how it says that really said it ended in 1990.
Okay, well these are okay. This is a rumor, and I don't know about this, and I have no idea about this. We're married for view couple. This is a very strange website. Maybe you should review. Maybe you should look more into this one. This seems very I won't actually. Yeah, okay. It seems very fitting to.
It says compatibility 43%.
Age.
Go ahead.
Wow.
Look at all those random details it has. Go up.
Wow,
Look
they
at
have a lot of
compatibility.
children. Wow.
Look at their compatibility score.
Compatibility. Where is it?
Go up. See, 43%.
43. Oh, I see. their marriage is like 43% stable. That's essentially what it means. That's kind of sort of pitiful. Not pitiful,
they
but
grow
like
up?
it's sort of sad how they rate their marriage like that.
Do you think our bromance is on this website?
I wouldn't call it a bromance, but alright. It's
friendship.
probably not. Look, if you look up pickles on mayo, you get no results found. I mean, I didn't know. I didn't know.
Nico Chig.
No, my name
Gotta
is
use
just...
your real.
Oh, there's a lot of Nicoles. Okay.
I'm
Let's
kidding.
see. Nope.
Was that a bit racist of me to just say Ching just because you're Chinese?
I mean, if you look up Ching, you could probably the first guy who comes up is just Chingy, and I have no idea who else these. Ching Wan Lao. I feel like I've seen this man. I feel like I've seen all these people actually. Never mind. Yeah. Well, that's sort of expected. I mean, a lot of the photos don't really have a photo, but that's also to be expected. I'm not even sure if they're definitely not put here. Oh snap. Okay, guys, enough looking at what is this website called? No, that's the wrong thing. Who's dated who? That's enough for that, and that's enough
a
for
nice
Jim Henson for now.
So I think we've
Because
closed
today-
Dimensions and Jim Henson.
Right. Today we've reached the 1:30-minute mark, so I think.
Wait. Do you think we can squeeze everything into like 20 minutes?
No. I feel like today's episode has been kind of lackluster because I've been feeling kind of lackluster. It's not.
Wait,
It's
what
not
about-
the best
what
day
about-
for today.
We didn't even do the normal like segment where we talk about sports and then like.
Yeah,
tour
that's not
planning
necessary.
slash-
That's not
tour
necessary.
planning slash the maybe that thing we're gonna do on June 30th planning.
Yeah, that's not necessary though. Like, I mean, we could always discuss it at another time. I don't know. I feel like we don't need to. This is 1:30 is well enough for a podcast. Most people keep it at 1 hour actually. I mean, if we cut 30 minutes off this podcast, I feel like it wouldn't have made much of a difference, but
But it
That's
would be
right.
really hard to do that because we have so much content.
yeah, that's right. That's true. Well, anyways, I'm gonna stop
I guess we got 5 topics already for the next one.
Well, anyways, I think this is the best time to end off the podcast here. So really quickly, do you have any last minute things that you want to say? Mention.
Yeah, I feel like it wouldn't hurt to mention the baseball game we're going to on June 17th.
We already mentioned that. I mean, like, okay, well, a little bit of details about it if you want to go into. Not
Because,
too
like,
long. Not too
it's
long.
kind
Keep it short
fine,
and
so-
sweet. Keep it short.
All right,
Sweet.
okay, June 17th, we're going to the Nationals game against the Philadelphia Phillies to see the Nationals once again, for them to see their old buddy Bryce Harper and Nico's idol.
I mean, they're not really. I'm not even sure if they're buddies anymore. They seem.
It's their old buddy.
Yeah. Okay. You said buddy, so I
I
was
said
a little
old.
bit.
I thought I said old buddy.
No, I'm pretty sure you said buddy.
Okay.
Unless my memory is serving me incorrectly. I don't know.
Let's see. We're gonna go June 17th with our boy Quad Eyes, who is very kind enough to treat us, pay for everything.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This is why we have him. Not the only reason why, of course, but this is
It's the only reason.
No. This is especially why we treat him with such dignity, I guess, if you want to call it that, I guess. But that, I mean, like, it's a very chivalrous move of him to do. So we think, anyway.
So yeah, I'm not sure if any of you guys are gonna be there June 17th, but I mean, guess if you are, feel free to say hi if you somehow recognize us.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll
I've-
autograph, take a picture with you.
I mean, like, I'm not sure how many people coincidentally have the same, have the same tickets to the same game at the same time. But if you're willing, if you're there, and you're willing to say hello, then drop by and say hello, I guess. I mean, now you know that we're going, so it's a great time. Anyways, I think it's a excellent time now, after we got all that information, to say goodbye now. So guys, this has been the Pickle Podcast. We're so sorry actually, I'm not sorry for the hiatus because that was perfectly planned, but as you can see, there was a delay in the posting, but now we're back. It's summertime. Everybody, we're back, and expect more. Expect to see more.
We're gonna do our best to stay in the groove. Our goal is at least like every 2 weeks. We'll try our best.
Right.
Every 2-3 weeks.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hopefully, like once you get out of the groove, the problem is staying in that groove. So that's always like a concern, but not for us. We're all always there for you guys, and
even if we're not on YouTube, you can always feel free to hit us up on any of our social medias.
yeah, sure. All right.
Well, I mean, not hit us, but like we're a little more active if you want to still see us alive.
Yeah. Well, anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I am picklesonmayo. You can always check out more of my stuff on my Instagram at picklesonmayo. I post there like almost daily, very frequently, more than I do on this YouTube channel.
Hashtag sketch_daily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not anymore, but I mean now it's more of exploring of what I want to do, and exploring what I want to do on this channel as well. So this is all a very interactive adventure, if you'd call it. And thank you so much for my co-host tagging along here today.
I'm always here.
Right. Thank you so much for tagging along and keeping the show alive. And thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys have an excellent Hump Day, Wednesday.
Stay groomed.
June 12th. Everybody. Peace out. All right. Bye.